Wrong one? Oh, yeah.
1-1-1.
Youngstown, Ohio. We're back here at Chaney for the Chaney Girls varsity basketball game today against Rootstown. We're going to be starting here in about 4 minutes. I've got my co-host here with me again today, Joe Naples. Joe, playing the number 2 team in the state, the Rootstown, right? And from what I understand, I guess, Chaney's missing their star player today.
Yeah, number 11, Alyssa Brown. She's out with an injury. She's a tough competitor, would love to be on the court, is kind of upset that she can't be on the court today. And as a former athlete, I understand that feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to be out there with your team. You never want to, not be able to play, right? Because then you kind of feel like you're letting your team down. But we send our best wishes out to her and hope that she recovers quickly so she can get back out on the court. But let's talk about today's game. Like I said, Rootstown come in, number 2 team in the state, right? And let's look at their roster here. So for the Rootstown Rovers, we have number 1, Colby Corral. Number 2, Addie Germain. Number 4, Elliot Smallfield. Number 12, Sophie Smith. Number 10, Kelsey Bittercuffer. Number 13, Bailey Kidd. Number 20, Chloe Bankston. Number 22, Mia Damacone. Number 24, Sasha Nichols. Number 35, Nadia Lau. Number 2, Addison Walker. Number 4, Cece Krieger. Number 11, Olivia O'Neill. And number 12, Arden Soika.
And then for the Chaney Cowgirls, we have number 0, Alexandria Pete. Number 1, Josiah Burley Anderson. Number 2, Simone Lewis. Number 3, Saina Howe. Number 5, Janaya Island. Number 10, Delia Asino Pagan. Number 11, out for the game, Alyssa Brown. Number 14, Marcy Loggins. Number 20, Nia Jones. Number 21, Jemiah Jackson. Number 23, Mia Vargas. Number 24, Isis Harmon. And number 34, Sasabil Al-Kareem.
And now we will have our national anthem. Difficulties with the music there. But once again, our student scholar athletes out here representing with the national anthem.
the Rootstown Rovers singing the national anthem for us.
All right, and so we are about ready to tip it off here. Chaney High School, January 29th, 2025. Rootstown Rovers versus the Chaney Cowgirls.
And Rootstown, a very good team. 16-1, 5-0 in conference. Chaney, not a bad squad themselves. 11-5, 3-1 in the conference.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting matchup here. Let's see what Chaney can do. You know, we know that they're down. You know, they're one of their best players, if not their best player. And you know, it's that next person up, next lady up, right?
Absolutely.
So let's see what they can do here today, and you know, we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. You know, we had 2 exciting games yesterday with the boys JV and the boys varsity against Mooney, and they were lucky enough to pull, you know, the varsity game out in that.
They pulled both games out in that, actually.
The JV game by 1 point,
yeah,
and
1
the
point.
Varsity game by 7. So, you know, let's hope that we can continue this winning streak with Chaney basketball, and let's see if the girls can pull one out here today.
Yeah, I believe the scores yesterday were, 51-44 for the varsity and 40
to 39.
40 to 39 or 50 to 49. I can't quite remember from yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, 2 excellent games.
Absolutely. Right now we have Rootstown being introduced.
Alrighty, we're getting ready for tip here after the starting lineup introductions.
Yeah, so we got, let's run over this one more time. So for Rootstown, we have number 1, Kobe Corral starting. Number 2, Addie Germain starting. Number 4, Elliot Smallfield. Number 10, Kelsey Bittercuff. And number 35, Nadia Lau.
And then for the Chaney Cowgirls, we have Alexandria Pete, number 0. Simone Lewis, number 2. Janiyah Island, number 5. Nia Jones, number 20. And Jemiah Jackson, number 21.
And jump ball here, we have Janiyah Island, and we have Kobe Corral. And we're ready to tip it off. And here we go.
2 girls that are just under 6 foot tall here.
Yep.
Nice tip off.
Chaney controls the tip, and they bring it into the forecourt.
And we have Pete bringing the ball past half court. Dribble drive by Simone Lewis. Missed shot down low there for Island.
We got a jump ball, and possession arrow goes to Rootstown.
And bringing the ball up there is Buttercup. Passes that one to Curl.
To Lau in the middle. Lau back out to Smallfield. Down back to Low.
And Curl can't get that one in. And the ball gets saved. Right back to Rootstown. They kick it right back out. Shot there by Lau.
Rebound by...
Or Low, excuse me.
Rebound by Jackson.
Lewis trying to get the ball past half court. The freshman. And she's going to get called for a travel there. So
yep.
She tried to stop, and the pivot foot just came up.
Yeah, pivot foot just slid a little bit on her.
The inbound. And we've got Bittercuff bringing the ball past half court. Low gets it to the corner. Back down the low in the post. And she misses that one off the glass, and that's going to be a rebound for Jackson. Gets the ball back to Pete. Pete trying to make her miss. Jackson for three, and that one's short off the glass, rebound.
Here comes Lau from Rootstown, taking it the length of the floor, kicks it out to Germany.
And that shot's blocked by Lewis. Good defensive effort there from Lewis. She's going to push the ball up, kicks it out, and there's a trap, and that's going to be jump ball.
And we got possession arrow Chaney on that one. So it'll be Chaney out on the baseline. Chaney's hustling here off the bat, doing good, hitting the boards.
Absolutely. There's a couple of times where some of the Rootstown girls have gotten open, and Chaney defensively has been good with their rotations.
Yeah, they gotta hit these quick looks. She got to get the ball in. And we got.
I think there was an off-ball foul on Chaney there.
Yeah, it looks like it was off-ball foul.
So Rootstown bringing it up to half court. Passes over to the wing. Down low inside. That's Corral.
Good block on the play. Nice block there by Island.
And there's an inbound to Lau. Pass over to Bidikov, and she drains that shot. That's a three.
Chaney's got to try to push it up and beat this. They're playing full court press, and they're going to call double dribble.
Yeah, they're pressuring Lewis. I mean, she is a freshman, so.
Yeah. And you know that's going to, when you're a freshman and you're coming out in a varsity game and you're getting your first start, it's,
and
it's tough.
We talked to Coach Barry before the game for the Cowboys, and he said that she was nervous with her first start today.
And that's expected.
As that passes out to the corner, back up to the wing. The drive by Buttercuff, and she gets that layup to go. 5-point lead for Rootstown, and they're trying to pressure. Pete bringing the ball up, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson takes it down low, and she gets that one in.
Nice bucket by Jackson there. She knew she had the mismatch, went baseline, and got the bucket.
And Sophie Smith is in the game, and that's an assist there.
Abby German with the three, excuse me. Here comes Chaney bringing it back down court. And what are we going to get? We're going to get a blocking foul. Blocking foul on Rootstown. I think we're going to shoot two here. Yep, we're going to shoot two. That foul was on number 35, Nadia Lau.
Low. Great job getting down there and drawing the foul by the freshman Lewis. Here we go. Second shot from the line. That one's a miss. That's going to be a rebound by Sophie Smith. Pushes the ball up. That's Chloe Bankston. Long rebound is corralled by Jermaine. Down low pass tipped. They keep possession. Jackson gets the ball, and she's on the court. Gets the pass out. Got that to Pete. And that's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to remain Chaney possession. Look at this replay here.
Yeah, it's coming down, trying to drive the lane. And number 12, Sophie Smith, knocks it out of her hands there as she tries to go up to the basket.
Good attempt at getting to the rim.
Yeah, nice hustle play there by Chaney to get that ball when she was on the floor to get it out to a teammate.
And Jones is going to come out of the game for Chaney. I believe that is Asensio Pagan in the game for her. And she's got the ball in the corner.
Back to her in the corner.
Three
Shot
ball.
up for three, off the rim.
Nice rebound there. That was Pete. She shoots. She misses that one. And that's a rebound Rootstown, and they're trying to run the break. 2-on-1. Great defense by Pete. And they're going to call a shooting foul. I think they're going to call that one on Island.
Wow. How did we not get a double dribble there? To me, that looked like a double dribble.
I just say what I see.
Well, I saw a double dribble.
As the athletic director said yesterday, no matter what, it's the ref's decision on the court.
Yep. And this is the first of 2.
Maybe a little bit of the ball don't lie like we had yesterday.
Yeah, ball don't lie.
Second free throw. That one's up.
And off the back iron.
A little bit of a miscommunication. The buzzer went off. It's going to be Chaney ball. That rebound was by Island off of the missed free throw. And Pete has the ball in. Full court press defense from Rootstown. She's pushing the ball up. She gets trapped. That's a steal. That was number 4, Smallfield. She gets it to 20. Chloe Bankston, and
wow,
there's a foul on that. Bankston to shoot 2. Who'd they get that foul on there?
Don't know.
I don't think it can be on Jones.
First of 2 misses. Rolls around and out.
Jackson comes out. In comes Howell. Second shot from the line for Bankston. That one's no good. And that's a rebound by the freshman Lewis. They call a travel there. I don't think her feet moved.
No. I think this guy might have to get his glasses checked. Might need a new prescription.
Ball is out to the corner. Chaney trying to get a trap. That's a nice shot, but it's no good. Pete with the rebound. Whoa. Tough tumble for Pete.
So that foul is going to be on number 20, Chloe Bankston. Going to be baseline out here. Chaney has 3 team fouls to Rootstown's 2. And here we go.
Bittacuff playing some great defense on the inbound, blocking that one back.
Yeah.
It's going to remain Chaney possession. And they get the ball out to Lewis. Lewis trying to work off of a trap. Gets it up to Pete.
They got a mismatch.
Into the corner. 3. And that one's hit. Cuts the lead to 2.
Nice shot there by Sanaya Howe in the corner.
And she just checked in off the bench too, as we get the lay in there from Sophie Smith down low to put the lead back up to 4.
Chaney's got to keep pushing this ball so they can beat that press coverage.
Asensio Pagan gets it to Hal. Hal throws it up. It's no good.
And here comes Rootstown on the break. See if Chaney can get back and play some defense.
Oh,
what a block! Beautiful block there. Great help defense coming from behind and, catching up to that play and making that block.
Was that Howard or was that Island?
I believe that was Island. Nice block there.
Really good hustle defense by the Chaney Cowgirls tonight.
Yeah, they're, for being down a player, one of their starters, they're showing a lot of resilience and a lot of toughness, and they're using their height to their advantage. They're getting the rebounds, they're getting blocks, and playing sound defense so far. The only issue that I see that they've had so far is when they don't get the ball off the court quickly and they get in those positions where they're getting trapped, that's where they have the difficulty. So they need to just keep pushing the ball forward and just kind of keep it moving so they don't get caught in those traps.
So from hearing some of the students prior to tip-off, they said that this game was going to probably be more of a fundamental game from Rootstown and more of trying to play physical down low from Chaney. And so far, it's kept the Chaney Cowgirls in the game.
Yeah.
And you would hope that being physical enough down low would take its toll on Rootstown.
Yeah, especially with the height advantage that they have.
And it's going to be Chaney on the inbound. We've got Smallfield guarding the inbound. They get the ball to Asensio Pagan. Asensio Pagan turns it over on the pass.
Bad pass there.
Rootstown did have numbers. They lose it, and that's how.
Biddicuffer turns it over.
Oh, Howe can't score. Rootstown almost an errant pass. And that pass down low is going to be tipped by Chaney, and it's going to remain Rootstown ball. We have 2 substitutions in for Rootstown.
We have
number 20 and number 2.
Chloe Bankston and Addie Germain.
Low with the ball. Tries to get that one out. That's a steal.
Oh, that's a steal. Nice play.
That's Pete. Pete down low. Oh, she just can't finish inside. And they're going to call out of bounds on the attempted save there. And that's going to be Rootstown ball.
You have to love the hustle.
That was just an unlucky roll off the rim there.
Yeah. And that happens sometimes.
Biddicuffer trying to get the ball past half court. She gets it.
Good press defense by Chaney, trying to slow him down.
Turns around and runs into her teammate.
And what?
They called a foul, and
wow.
Listen, there's 50-50 calls all the time, but I really don't think that was a foul.
Yeah.
It looked like she ran into her teammate, and that's what stopped her progress.
I don't know about that call either.
It happens. NBA refs make mistakes as well.
Yeah.
Can't be perfect, you know. First one's up and in. That's 6 points for Kelsey Biddicuffer. Looking for point number 7 here. And that one cashes. Lewis to inbound. Gets it to Pete.
Right now,
Pete back to Lewis.
Rootstown's doubling up Chaney here, 12-6. Chaney's got to keep beating the press, get down and get some good shots.
Pete airball in the 3. Just trying to get shots off. You got to calm it down. Stop trying to shoot the threes. Work your game in the paint. You have the size mismatch.
Yeah, absolutely. Go down and get some fouls and maybe get a couple of their starters in foul trouble and, you know, make this game work in your favor.
Chaney trying to trap. You know, we saw the same thing from the boys yesterday. A lot of that pressure trap defense as Lowe hits the deck. And that shot.
Bankston.
That shot's a 3 and that goes in. We got Lewis dribbling the ball down court, floater, and she misses that one.
And they're going to call an offensive foul.
Rootstown has Jermaine ready to inbound the ball, down low. Gets it into low. Up to Biddicuffer.
Rootstown trying to push the ball here.
Trying to drive there.
And we get a travel. Oh, looks like she smacked her head off the floor.
She gets up, shaking that one off. Holding her shoulder a bit there. Oh, and that pass is going to be Aaron.
She was able to save it, keep it in bounds. They've got numbers. They had numbers.
Lewis gives it to Pete. Pete throws it over to Howe. Gives the ball back to Pete. The cut and stolen on the cut. And she tried to throw that one up and get a foul call. Didn't get it. And it's going to be Chaney ball.
I got to tell you, Chaney's playing some pretty good transition defense. You know, Rootstown had numbers on that, and you know, Chaney was able to get a couple players back defensively to help out, and they were able to keep them from putting some more points on the board.
Jackson's entered the game for Pete for the Chaney side. And Lewis pushing the ball down low, and she gets that one in. That's going to cut the lead to 7.
Nice play by Lewis there. Taking it the length of the court, seeing that she had the mismatch, and getting down low and taking it to the basket.
Low down low, hits that one off the glass. Moving the lead back up to 9. And Chaney trying to just work the ball up court, excuse me. Oh, that's a nice steal there by Island. And Lowe rips the ball back. is going to head to the line here. Shoot 2.
Chaney's got to keep their composure here.
Yeah.
They're only down 9 here in the first quarter. You know, a couple shots would have went their way. This would be a closer game. But you know, they just got to keep plugging away at it.
Island comes out, and we have Jones back in. Second free throw up, and that one's good. It's going to make it an 11-point ball game. We have Sophie Smith checking into the game. The inbound is to Lewis.
Love checked out.
Jackson with a good screen for Lewis. Lewis cutting through defenders, getting down low.
And looks like we got a foul call.
Looks like she's going to shoot 2. Good job getting through traffic, getting down there and drawing the foul.
Yeah.
Again, we got to remember she's a true freshman, so the sky's the limit.
Well, you know what set up that play? What set up that play was the pick up here at half court to give her some room to maneuver. And once she got by that pick around half court, she was able to take it down the lane.
And that first one's off.
And those are some of the things that Chaney's going to need to do to beat this press. They're going to have to set some picks. They're going to have to set some screens.
And that second one is off. Rebound Rootstown. And they're pushing the ball. And they get that one down low to Sophie Smith. She misses off the glass. Jackson with the board. Gets it to Asensio Pagan. She tries to throw that one up. And Howe can't get it. Rootstown pushing the ball again. Travel there. That's going to be Chaney ball again. 7.2 seconds left in this first quarter. Let's see if Chaney can get a shot off at the buzzer. Maybe cut this lead. Gets the ball into Asensio Pagan. Asensio Pagan. Errant pass. That one gets saved. And that's going to be the end of your first quarter. Chaney Cowgirls 8. Rootstown Rovers 19.
So what did you see there, Joe, in the first quarter that, that you could take from this as a positive if you're Chaney?
I think they were able to get down low on the interior. I think if the ball rolls differently 2 or 3 times, you're looking at a much closer game.
Absolutely.
But you got to keep your composure on the defensive end. I know right now it seems like all the fouls are against you, but it's not really been that way. There's been fouls on both teams.
Right.
But you can't let the referees calling fouls discourage you from playing your game.
Absolutely.
And you got to be careful with your passes. That was something that their coach was highlighting. Sometimes when the girls, get flustered, they're errant with their passes.
Yeah. And that's you're going to get that. You're going to get that from young athletes that don't have a ton of experience, right? So you'll get some of that. But overall, I think for Chaney, they got to stick to the defense. They got to play good defensively, hit the rebounds, but they do need to take advantage of their size.
They need to play in the post.
Yeah, they got to get the ball down in the post, to play in the post, to play a layup game and a foul game, and they got to hit free throws. She had 2 free throws down there she missed. That's 2 free points that you're losing.
Something you'll love to hear. They need to run some variation of the triangle. Get the ball down low in the post to some of the playmakers that they have, and get cuts to get those open shots at the basket.
Yeah, I will say this. Rootstown, you can tell they're fundamentally sound. They do really well. And you can see they got the turnover here, and then you see she comes down, and you've got 2 other players down there trying to hit the glass off the layup. So Rootstown's definitely playing good, sound, fundamental basketball.
And Jackson bringing the ball
she beat the trap. And once she beats the trap, instead of dribbling, you got to pass. That was a
high pass there.
Yeah, bad pass. Chaney's going to turn it over again. They got to get the composure. They got to take it 1 possession at a time to get back into this game.
Absolutely. Something that Rootstown is doing effectively that the Chaney girls are actually trying to do as well is that trap defense.
Yeah.
And once you get the trap defense going and you can create a few turnovers off of that, it makes an offense second guess their passes.
Absolutely.
And it makes them try and put extra air under it so that you're not tipping it. As that's a miss off front rim. Asensio Pagan loses the handle.
Now see, on that, she gets that rebound. I understand she wants to get out and run, but you didn't have the numbers. You got to pull that up, get it into the front court, pull it up, and reset.
And that's a foul down low. It's going to be 2 free throws. I believe that's low at the line. As she's getting ready to shoot 2. First one's up and in. As Peach checking into the game, the freshman Lewis will check out. Now they've got Asensio Pagan handling the ball on offense. I think what you need to do is let Pete bring the ball up and have Pagan set to shoot, because her shot looked good in the corner earlier, as there's a steal for Rootstown. And there's another foul, and that's going to be Kobe Corral going to the line.
Yeah, you look here on the replay, you know, just the trap and the bad pass, and then, you know,
Pete going up for the block.
And as soon as she got the turnover, I mean, she made that pass down low to her teammate. So it was like she had eyes in the back of her head and knew exactly where she was at.
And Corral nothing but net on that first free throw. Second one's up. And we heard the fan yell peekaboo, helping the miss there. And Jackson's going to lose the ball out of bounds. Again, that trap pressure defense.
Yeah, you know, it's tough when your best ball handler's, you know, out with an injury, and, you know, everybody else has to step up. And, you know, it sounds easy when you say it, hey, everybody needs to step up, right? But when you have, you know, athletes that, you know, maybe don't have as much experience, you know, it puts the pressure on them.
Yeah, absolutely. As there's another basket there, that was Kelsey Biddicuffer again. When you have a player, as there's another out-of-bounds ball that's going to go Rootstown's way.
Yeah, these seniors for Rootstown really, you know, Germain and Biddicuffer and Lowe have really, you know, there's Lowe again down in the post.
And that one is saved. Asensio Pagan, she's got to slow it down.
She's too much in a hurry on that dribble. She's got to pull that up and give her teammate time to get past her so she can make a good pass towards the basket.
And that ball is going to be out of bounds off of Pete. But yeah, I think she needs to slow it down a little bit. She's trying to push before her teammates can get in front of her so that she can make the passes.
Yep.
And it's allowing players like Elliott Smallfield to rip the ball from the side.
And you know, Chaney not paying attention there. They allowed that inbounds into Lowe, and Lowe just laid it right in front of the basket.
Pete trying to get out of the trap.
And they're hustling. You know, it's not for lack of hustle or lack of trying. Definitely on Chaney's side. I mean, these girls are hustling and they're giving it their all. You know, they're just up against a team with a lot more experience than them.
And we're getting a push foul call there, as Chaney keeps possession from the side inbound. I believe Lewis is back into the game. They get the ball back into Lewis. Lewis, entry pass down low. And that's going to be out of bounds.
I don't know about that call there.
They're saying that one was off of Island, I believe, down low. Or no, excuse me, that was Hal. Biddicuffer with the ball. Oh, and great jump and block of the pass there. Just couldn't quite hold on to it to get the steal.
Yeah, good defense though.
Biddicuffer driving, and there's a switch.
Nice switch.
Tries to get it to Sophie Smith in the corner. And they're going to say that that ball is off of Hal out of bounds.
I don't know. I didn't see that either.
Now you're starting to sound like a ref.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
I think we were watching a Chiefs game.
I'll stop it. It's not that bad. As that shot is off. Rebound by Pete. And they're going to call a foul on Chloe Bankston there.
Even coach just asked the refs, hey, what do we got to do to get a foul?
And that ball's knocked out of bounds by Bankston.
Check.
Inbound to Lewis, trapped in the corner. Gets pushed over.
No call.
And then another miss.
Nice
Rebound
there.
Pete trying to get down court. Lowe trying to rip the ball. And that pass is going to be out of bounds, intended for Howell in the corner. Turnovers are killing them. They need to get some screens here to free up these ball handlers.
Yeah. They've got to try something different because, you know, what they've been trying hasn't been working. And, you know, Chaney's got a young group of student athletes here, and, you know, they're a little inexperienced. When you look down at Rootstown's roster, they've got, you know, 4 seniors and, you know, 2 juniors and 3 sophomores. So. Small field with the 3.
Yeah, and then you look over at Chaney's roster. They have 3 seniors, 3 juniors, and then everybody else is an underclassman.
Yeah, sophomores and freshmen. So, you know, Rootstown playing with a little bit more experience. And sometimes experience makes the difference, you know.
As that's a bucket there from Colby Corral. And that's an errant pass on the inbound. Sophie Smith gets it up to Corral. Dribble drive to the right. Takes that one up, misses. Rebound by Smith. Ball gets poked away. Small field with the ball. Gets that one out to Bankston. Bankston's going to drive to her left. Stop. Gets it out to Smallfield. Smallfield off the screen. Pulls up. And that one's just off. Rebound by Howe. And they're triple trapping in the corner. And again, the inability to beat the trap defense.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's passing.
That and the fact that on the rebound was in the corner. There was already 3 Lady Rovers around her. So.
Yeah.
As we got Smallfield bringing the ball up. Vicentio gone covering.
Now, you know, somebody maybe a little bit more experienced would see that, would get trapped in the corner and see that they got 3 people around them and maybe call a 20-second timeout, right? But those are things that come with experience, you know?
Absolutely.
And so you have a young team here in Chaney, and so they're going to learn from this. This is going to be a good learning experience for them.
And Bittacover inbounds it. That's down low to Smallfield off the pass from Smith. And they're going to call a travel. And that's going to be Chaney ball off the travel. Here comes the inbound to Pete. Gets it back to Lewis. Lewis pushing. And that's going to be a foul. 2 shots for Lewis.
Yep, foul on Mia Damacone.
And again, the score's gotten a little out of hand, but if you can slow it down, set some screens so that your ball handlers can get free, you know, show yourself open.
Exactly. First one goes off the back iron.
Having some trouble at the line. Again, the nerves maybe of starting in your first game getting to her.
Yep.
As she hits that one.
Splits the pair.
32-9 game currently. And the ball is to Bittacover, and she's almost blocked on the shot, and that's an air ball. Jackson with the rebound, and they're trapping her. And that's a jump ball. And possession arrow is to Chaney?
Nope. Possession arrow is to Rootstown.
And the inbound there to Curl. She's going to drive, kick to the corner. Sophie Smith, air balls that 3 over the rim. Howe, and that's an errant pass. Curl with the bucket off of the errant pass there. Another one, and that one's tipped out of bounds by Rootstown, excuse me.
At this point, you know, one of the things Chaney I noticed that they're doing is they're telegraphing where they're going to pass the ball, and these you know, these ladies from Rootstown, they're cutting off those passing lanes and getting tipped balls and making steals and just, you know,
Powell pushing the ball across half court. She's trapped again.
Giving Chaney fits, you know, moving the ball.
An errant shot, and ball's going to remain with Chaney off of that miss. Again, I think Island's a little frustrated with not getting a couple of calls down low.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it shows with shot selection there. She tries to save that ball and throws it right to Bankston. That's up court, and that's an easy 2 points for Addie Germain.
Yeah, they're just running the court on them, and you know, not getting back. Nice move there. Nice
pass by Lewis. Great finish down low.
Yeah, nice turnaround jump, bank there on by Island.
And that's an in and out. And again, another close call and then out of bounds. And
yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one. That looked like the Chaney girl had it in her hand, and the girl from Rootstown knocked it out. But what do I know? I'm not the referee.
Crawl back to Biddicuffer, and Biddicuffer misses off the glass. And Pete with the ball. Biddicuffer playing tough, tight defense. And they're going to call an illegal screen there. They're going to call an illegal screen on Jackson there. As she was moving her feet when she got in the way of the defender there. Got to set your screen and plant firmly there.
Got to set your feet on that one.
Biddicuffer bringing the ball up court, gets it past half court, gives it to Curl. Curl over to the wing, down to the short corner, and another bounce, and that's going to be a foul on number 5, Janiyah Island there.
And I get why coach is so stressed at this point, right?
That foul was a little up high there.
You know, yeah. He coach is stressed a little bit. You know, we get it. It's a learning curve for these young ladies.
And the first free throw is no good. Second one from Curl is up and in. Just going to give him 37 points there.
Yep, splits the pair. And here comes Chaney, bringing it in the forecourt.
And Pete gets it over to the corner, and that shot's blocked. Gets the own rebound and misses short off the bottom of the rim. And there's a jump ball there. I believe the possession error should be going to Chaney this time.
Yep, Chaney possession.
Scott on the inbound. Pete for 3.
Way down deep, off the back of the rim.
Jackson couldn't quite get the rebound in the corner. And they get a steal there. Rootstown. Pete gets the ball up, and that's off the glass and in.
Nice hustle play by Pete there to get that loose ball and get some points out of it.
Biddicuffer throws that one away.
Nice steal. Chaney make a little run here.
Oh, and that one's a miss.
Got to take your time and come to a jump stop on that. Get a good shot at that layup.
Curl trying to save that one, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Mia DeMcone trying to save that one there, couldn't quite get to it.
Pete's going to inbound the ball here.
Lewis bringing the ball up. And she's penetrating into the defense, gets that one up and in.
Nice shot. Good penetration. Gets a good high percentage look. But you got to get back and play.
That's a 3 ball by Germain.
But you got to get back and play defense. You can't get the nice, you know, the good looking shot down at the other end and then come down here and just let them bombs away on a 3. You got to come back and play that defense.
Or excuse me, that was a 2 by Germain. We've got 44.7 seconds left in the second quarter.
Wow. I don't know what that call was. Apparently it was a foul on Chaney, but
I think that's because there's a bonus right now, maybe?
no, that's not what I mean. I don't know what he called over there. She dove for the ball. I mean, I don't know what that call was. It's got Coach scratching his head too.
We're just as confused as you are, Coach.
You know what they say, ball on line.
Elliott Smallfield getting ready to shoot her second free throw here. Oh, we're gonna get a lane violation there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, they called her for a violation because when she went to go shoot
fake
that
a free throw.
Yeah, and the
Can't
ball
pump fake a free throw.
and the ball came out of her hand as well. So second one doesn't count.
That kind of looked like a flop there to me. That one's up and in by Jackson.
Nice 3-ball. Cut the lead here to 21.
Low misses that one off rim. Howe with the rebound. 20 seconds to go. We got Lewis with the ball.
You want to get a good look at a shot here and get at least 2 more points before the end of the quarter. Puts up the 3.
Misses that one. Smallfield with the board. They got to get back. And Pete, good job getting back.
Good transition defense.
Bankston with the miss. And Bailey Kidd tried to get that one up at the buzzer. And that's going to do it for our first half.
Yeah, at halftime we have Youngstown Chaney 18, the Rootstown Rovers 39. And we'll be back here after a short break with the second half.
Music has always been a big part of my life. Now I get the chance to record it and learn it myself.
Video content is everywhere these days, and I get to learn how it's made.
I've always loved technology. Getting to work with AR and VR, that's pretty awesome.
At Chofin, we have access to all of the high-end equipment we will use in the field.
Getting a chance to express myself with my music is pretty cool.
My instructor helps me develop real-time 3D experiences and test them myself.
Our Academy of the Arts is full of cutting-edge programs that allow students to create anything they can dream of. The programs were designed to provide you with hands-on experience working with the latest technology in the industry. The experienced instructors will guide you through real-world training and prepare you to continue learning at a local university or to get started creating right away.
Collaborating with other creatives is exactly how I want to spend all my work days.
Having access to all these tools and software is definitely getting me ahead.
I can keep studying, or I can get hired somewhere with the experience I already have.
I first heard about Chofin from my guidance counselor, and she told us it was a career center and it would be a good opportunity to graduate with a new skill.
I heard about Chofin from my mom. She had attended Chofin and she was in the nursing program. So it was just like something I wanted to do, get an experience of what a college classroom would be like.
My dad was a firefighter and he encouraged me to give it a shot, but I ended up really liking it. It's putting out fires, living life like a firefighter, doing what they do on a daily basis, and that just made me really want to do it even more.
I wanted to do the half day at Chofin because it goes a lot quicker, which is really fun for me, and it just like has more experience. Like, oh, I go to Chofin and then I go to Ursuline, so like I had 2 experiences, so it's really nice.
The reason why I like my half days at my home school at Chofin is because it gives me that leeway into me playing sports and still having my learning experience there, and also coming here I still have my hands-on learning.
Learning here at Chofin, it's like more hands-on. It's like you talking to people way more than what you would do like in the regular classroom setting. Just get to know people more.
It's more rewarding to learn this way because I feel like it's more hands-on. It's a lot easier to learn things this way. It doesn't feel like I'm sitting in a classroom boxed up all day.
I feel like it's definitely easier to learn hands-on because like it's actually something that's coming into your brain instead of something that's going in one ear and out the other. So yeah, I like hands-on learning better.
I think that's something that a lot of kids should be getting involved with, hands-on projects. You know, everything's become very digital. But when I was able to be in my welding class and, you know, learn and do like what he was telling me, it was amazing.
I like the art part of it, like just thinking outside the box with every situation you do at Chauvin and cosmetology as well.
The people here are amazing. My instructors are like, they kind of became my family in a way. I don't even really consider it school. I consider it like somewhere to be and have fun and learn.
Favorite part would have to be meeting the new people that I met. Having my instructor, Prokov, he's a great teacher. He takes time with the kids. But it's all around just a comfortable environment to be in.
I really like my teacher, Miss Allison. I think she's really fun and she's really nice and understanding. If you make a mistake, she's always there to help you.
She makes like learning good because she's really energetic and interactive with her students, and she's a really good teacher. She'll show us and help us if we don't know anything, so it's really nice.
The teachers are more content into like you as on a personal level, so like you really get to spend time and they get to know who you are as a person while teaching you, so they can help on a better realm of understanding how you think.
They're very thorough on how they teach you things. They don't just tell you something and expect you to do it perfectly. They show you to get it right.
They actually want to know what you do after you graduate. It's just like they want to know your next step. They don't want you to just come here and it just be like, I don't know. Because Chauvin to them is like, we're helping these kids get their next path.
When they took the time and sat down with me and she gave me a step-by-step process on how to, you know, get a job career, how to fill out an application, or, you know, just how to present yourself in the world. It's opened a lot more career path ideas for me, a lot more options. It's opened my mind to a lot of things that I didn't know I was capable of and achieving, but, you know, they told me otherwise.
Being able to help people is really important to me. That's something I've always wanted to do. Ever since I was like a little kid, I always wanted to do something involving helping people. It's only recently, after coming to Chauvin, that I learned what exactly I want to do.
everybody, to the Rootstown Girls and the Chaney Cowgirls here at Chaney High School, January 29, 2025. We're getting ready here for the second half. We got Chaney 18, Rootstown 39. Chaney was able to make a little bit of a run there at the end of the second quarter to, cut into that lead that Rootstown has. So let's see what Chaney can do here in the second half. They do have an uphill battle to climb, but not one that's impossible. So let's see what Coach has in store for them. And Coach Barry, he's coaching his butt off over there today, doing everything he can. With their star player Alyssa Brown out today, they're doing everything they can to keep in this game. And these young ladies have been hustling, and they're a young team, so it's a little bit of that's expected being a young team like this.
Yeah, and we know Coach Joe Leonard for Rootstown has instilled the fundamentals within his team.
Absolutely, fundamental. I mean, even their cuts to the basket are crisp, on their passing and things like that. So definitely very fundamentally sound.
And low with the ball down low. Passes up to Biddicuffer. Over to Corral. Corral drives, tries the entry pass. And that's up and in by Low. We got Pete trying to bring the ball up. They're going to call a block on Rootstown as Pete was trying to bring the ball up the boundary. And Coach Barry giving a little bit of advice to his player there.
Yeah, a bit of cover with the blocking call there.
And Pete looking for Lewis. Gets it in. Lewis trying to take it patiently. She's getting trapped. Pete with the ball. Pete to Jackson. Jackson back to Lewis. Screen by Jackson. Lewis with a three, and that one's in.
Nice shot. Good play design there. You had Jackson come over and set that little screen, and Pete came right around behind it.
That was Lewis there.
Took the little hand, excuse me, that was Lewis, sorry. Took the pass there and hit that three.
I don't think the scoreboard got updated.
Yeah, it did not.
And there's the update on the scoreboard to 21. And I believe it should be...
Yo, you missed a three.
Nope, a two.
Two.
A two.
That was a three. No, that was a three from the top of the key.
Was it?
Yeah, she was 2 feet behind the line.
I was talking to Rootstown. And what are we going to get there? They're going to call foul on number 4, Smallfield.
For a push.
And a little bit of trouble at the scorer's table currently.
And we have a break in the action here. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
A couple of substitutions for both teams during the break in the action.
Now, refs are discussing here. I don't know what they're discussing, but hopefully we'll find out here in a second.
I believe the current score of the game should be 21-43 because after the Lewis three-pointer, that was delayed to get put up on the board.
Okay.
They're gonna bump it to 48. Are they saying that there were 2 threes made then?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing.
I think the refs are getting with them.
Are we allowed to have replay in a high school basketball game?
Yes.
For the referees to review?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
Should we ask?
Do we have replay?
Rootstown coach is showing the referees an iPad of the recording.
Of our recording?
No, of their recording.
Well, because I don't think that score is right on the scoreboard. At least not from my perspective.
Unless I missed an additional three-pointer made by Rootstown, I believe the score should be 21-43.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It's possible while there was a confusion with the scoreboard that maybe I did miss seeing an extra three in there.
I don't think so.
Drive to the basket, and Lewis gets that one in.
Nice play.
Lewis heating up in this third quarter.
Yeah.
And that's a miss short off the rim.
And
possession's going to stay with Rootstown.
Yeah, it looked like that one. Like that one went off island. Trying to chase that rebound down.
Biddicuffer gets it in to Carroll, over to Biddicuffer, and that one's in. That's a three. Pushing the ball up court is Pete, and she's going to get trapped. Three defenders at a time coming at the ball. Lewis with it. She pulls, and that one's off the front rim, and that was going to be out of bounds. I cannot believe that call.
I can't believe that call. Wow. Can we get a replay of that last play? No.
That looked like that was
I'd love to see
off
the
of
replay
Rootstown.
off of that. That looked like that ball went right off of Rootstown's player's hand out of bounds, but missed by Biddicuffer.
Pete trying to bring the ball up.
And Pete breaks free, coming down the court. Uses his stutter step, gets to the lane. Gets a decent looking shot, just can't finish it. And we're gonna get a foul call at the other end. German gets the foul.
She's gonna shoot two.
And she'll shoot two.
When you're playing a team that's number 2 in the state, having some of these calls go against you just is a killer.
Yeah.
Shot number 2 is up, and that one's in. Over the 50 mark goes Rootstown. And they get the ball up to Lewis. Lewis loses it.
And we're gonna get a jump ball. And possession stays here with Chaney.
Lewis getting ready to inbound from underneath the basket. There's a timeout called. Chaney. It's going to be a 60-second timeout as we get sights on both teams' huddles.
Chaney definitely come out shooting a little bit more here in the second half, right? Taking those shots when they get them.
They're breaking the press a little bit better, too, in the second half.
Yeah,
which,
absolutely.
If you remember from yesterday's game, when Mooney was doing the exact same thing, the second half's really when Chaney kicked it on.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, granted they're down here, 28 points, but,
Now, look, down 28, you're not so much worried about winning the game currently as just fighting to get back into it.
Yeah, and doing some of the fundamental things and, making some good plays and,
Just remember, a few three-pointers, a few defensive stops, and you're right back into this game.
Absolutely. And like we said, when you're down like Chaney is, it's one possession at a time. You got to take this offensive possession, get a good look, get a good 2, get a 3 here, get something, and try to cut into that lead. So if you can get a bucket here, then you come back down on defense, make a stop, and then come back down again. and it's going to be all about getting stops.
And possession is staying with Chaney as they can't get the ball inbounded right now. And they get the ball inbounded to Pete. Pete trying to make a move, loses the ball. Lewis has it now. Splitting. They're going to call a push on 20. They called a push on 20 on the court.
Yeah. I think coach was a little upset that he didn't get a two-shot foul there. But that was kind of iffy. You know, she was driving the lane, hadn't really gone up for the shot yet, so I can see why they, called it on the floor.
I can agree with most of the gripes that Coach Barry's had with this game, but I think that one was a correct call there.
Oh, absolutely.
She was driving, had the ball on the deck.
Yeah. Still on the floor, so. Rootstown bring the ball up.
Into the corner. And good defense. That's a steal by Asensio Pagan. And again, and that's going to be out of bounds off Rootstown.
Chaney's going to keep possession.
Bankston showing some effort trying to save that ball.
Yeah.
But again, Asensio Pagan, she's got to slow it down when she gets the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
tighten that handle up.
I love her. I love her energy. I love her enthusiasm. She's just got to get a little bit more under control on that. But that'll come with experience. You know, we talked about that earlier, right? This is a good game for Chaney to gain some experience with their younger athletes.
Absolutely. And the ball gets deflected out of bounds and it's going to stay with Chaney. They get the ball into Lewis here. Bankston Garden. Lewis pulls a three up, and she cashes that one. That's going to bring the point total for Chaney up to 26. And a pass to the corner. Then rifled right back down inside, back out to the wing. And that's Sophie Smith, and she gets that one to kiss off the glass.
Yeah, Rootstown plays a good in and out game. Get it down low, draw the double team, kick it back out for the jumper. They've played really good with that high low inside out.
I'm surprised that there wasn't a foul call right there.
Yeah, it should have been a block on that.
Should have been a block and 2 shots.
Yeah, bad call there.
A couple of no calls back and forth.
Yeah, refs are just kind of letting it play now.
I mean, when you're a ref and you've, maybe missed a couple calls.
Yeah.
And the coaches both start chirping at you. You start to just let the game go a little bit.
Yep.
Until you really have to call something,
And it fixed the net down on this end. The Swish got it stuck.
Just curious, do those points count?
And we got Lewis bringing the ball up. Tough defense here. Gets the ball to Asensio Pagan. Asensio Pagan gets it back to Lewis. Lewis gets it over to Pete. Tries to get it down low.
They're trying to get it down low.
Travel.
And we're going to get a traveling call, and it's going to go back to Chaney. I like what Chaney's trying to do there, right? They're trying to get the ball down low. They're trying to take advantage of that size mismatch that they have down low. But they just got to get a little bit more under control and a little bit more spacing.
The only problem with them being in this corner over here trying to get down low is the spacing's not there. You need to have whoever's sitting in the corner when you're trying to get it to that same post, have them cut baseline and clear out.
And we're going to get a reach-in foul there.
2:44 left in the third period here. So we've got the Rovers up 53-26 over the Chaney Cowgirls.
And look, we talked about earlier, Coach said this was going to be a tough game with their best player out. But I got to tell you, I'm loving the effort from Chaney. I really am. The effort's there. But it's just, it's an experience, right?
And that's a jump ball. I believe possession arrow is going to Rootstown as we get the replay here.
Yeah, look at fight for the ball. We get the jump ball. Bodies going everywhere on the deck. Definitely been a physical game here.
Bittacover bringing the ball up court. She passes it to Lowe.
You know, they talk about the boys' games being physical, but I tell you what, these girls' games are just as physical.
I'd say these girls' games are a little more physical, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. And that's a good pass deflection. Couldn't quite get the steal. There's a three from the corner. That's a miss. Long rebound. And Howe gets it.
They got numbers. They got to take it to the hole and take advantage.
Howe misses. Rebound, Island. And there's a call.
Finally, I think Island's getting a little bit frustrated out there because she's not getting some of those calls down low.
2 free throws coming for Island.
But, you know, way to stick in there and fight for that rebound and you know, try to go back up with it and now get 2 free throws.
And listen, when you're looking at both of these rosters, the tallest person for Chaney is Janiyah Island. You need to get her the ball down low because Nadia Lowe, while she is also 5'11", that's probably your best one-on-one matchup, is let your bigs go at it.
Yeah.
And then with the way they trap, you know, if Island gets the ball in the one-on-one down low, they could very well trap and you could kick to an open shooter.
Yeah, you know, maybe Chaney should take a play out of Rootstown playbook and try a little bit of that high-low, drop it down low, bring it back out, and maybe Pete or Lewis can get an open 3.
Yeah, they were playing the corner post wing in and out.
Yeah. Both teams, you know, I got to say this. Both teams have a lot of heart. Both teams are really fighting, you know. But like I said, experience always comes into play in these type of games, and you know you're seeing that on the scoreboard today. Just a little bit more experience over on the Rootstown side, and then of course, you know, with Alyssa Brown being out, that that hurts them. That's their go-to player for Chaney. But you know what? This is when you find out what your team's made of, right? Your best player's down. Who's going to step up? Who's going to step in? Who's going to make some plays? Who's going to get better? Who's going to learn from the experience, right?
And so far, that's been freshman Simone Lewis. So she's got 11 of the 28 points for the Cowgirls tonight.
Yeah, she's done a fantastic job out there.
And again, when you think about the outlook for the Chaney Cowgirls going into, you know, the end of the season here, because they'll still have a winning record even if they lose this game here. They're going to have sophomore Alyssa Brown and freshman. Oh, there's a 3.
Wow, I was surprised she didn't get the foul there because there was a foul on that 3-point shot and no call. But hey, that's the way it goes. You just got to play through.
They're going to call an.
Wow.
What was that call there?
Call a charge. I didn't see that. Oh, push off with the forearm. I didn't see that at all.
Both teams have been doing that all game, though. You can't call it once and not call it the rest of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I've seen it half a dozen times from the other side, but
I've seen it happen on both sides all game.
Right.
And that's the first time I've seen them call it so far.
So if you're going to call it, you got to call it both ways. That's all we're saying.
But again, as I was saying, you're going to have a lot of these sophomores and freshmen come back next year, and this is going to be a really good team as that bucket falls.
Lewis with another one.
Down 20, less than a minute to go in the third quarter. You still have a chance here. Tight defense. Don't allow open shots. As that one's a miss. Low down under the basket, gets the rebound and the putback.
Low head position on Island on that play. Island was completely boxed out. There was nothing Island could do.
Full court press here. And I think we're in the penalty now. 5's the penalty in high school, right?
It should be. They should be in the bonus.
Yep, they're going to give 2 to Pete. Alexandria Pete to the line. She's got 2 points so far in the game. Looking for a 3rd and 4th.
I tell you what, though, Pete's been hustling all over this court tonight.
Oh, she's.
You know, the numbers might not show it on the scoreboard, right? But I'm going to tell you what, the hustle has been there all game.
She's been in passing lanes, playing excellent defense, had a couple of blocks in that first quarter.
Yeah.
Second one's up, and that one's in. Splits the pair. Full court press by Chaney here.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here.
This Cowgirls defense, they're trying to swing it to the wings. And that one's in. That's a 2. Getting the ball up to Lewis.
Push it up.
Oh, and she gets ripped there by
She gets ripped on the crossover.
by Benston.
Oh, this referee, boy.
And they're going to call a push on Lewis.
Wow, I don't know.
And she's looking confused with her hands out.
Yeah, I just didn't see it. I didn't see that call. I don't know.
And low from the corner. That one misses at the buzzer. And your score at the end of the third. Rootstown 57, Chaney 34.
Yeah, these girls are playing hard. Some of the officiating, I don't know, but it is what it is, right? How they call it is how they call it. There ain't nothing you can do about it. But we can agree to disagree on some of them calls, that's for sure. So the last 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter before we start here. Like you said, 34-57. They're down 23. So they cut into that 28-point lead a little bit, right? Third quarter looked a little bit better than what we had seen. And so, they're a growing team. They're a young team. And I think the future for them is pretty bright for Chaney.
I think it is as well. I think in this fourth quarter, you want to see a little more team ball.
Yeah.
I feel like in that third quarter, Lewis was trying to put the team on her back a little bit because, they needed a spark.
Right.
And I think she has been that spark to get them going, but I think she needs to get the rest of her teammates involved if they're going to cut any more into this deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, fans here have been upset with some of the calls, some of the questionable calls and things like that. But you have to understand as a player, there's nothing you can do about that. Right?
Absolutely.
You just have to take it for what it is and continue playing your game. But that can get sometimes, in young athletes like we have here, right? That can get into your head a little bit when you're not getting the calls that you want, right? And then you start feeling that pressure of the full court press and all those different things, right? They kind of compound on each other. It's almost like playing Jenga, What piece is gonna fall out that's gonna, kind of take it away from there. So, but I got to give it up to Chaney. They've, through all the bad calls and questionable calls and things of that nature, they've continued to fight. They've continued to, try to play their game, and there's no quitting them. And you got to love that. As a coach, you got to love that nobody's given up. And I think that's one of the things sometimes that you see and you worry about.
Lewis with the miss off the long three, low, loses the ball off of her knee. Pete bringing the ball back up. She shoots, and that one's just off. And that one is out of bounds.
It's going to stay here with Chaney.
Off bit of cover. Lewis to inbound the ball, gets it in. It's over to Pete. Back to Lewis, 3. And she misses that one off the rim. Pagan with the rebound.
Gets it
out to Pete.
Top.
Pete trying to drive. Works between, throws it up. Pagan can't get to it. Ball pushed up court, 3 ball. That one's off.
Rebound Chaney.
And the ball's up to Pagan. Pagan loses it as the teammates crash together there. Lowe bringing it down. Pass back to Lowe, and Lowe gets it up and in with the foul.
And that's going to be an and one. Foul, I believe, was on Jones. Jones is first. Excuse me, Jones is second. And we're going to shoot 2. Or 1, excuse me.
A lot of calls in this game when you just look up at the scoreboard and you see the foul numbers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if maybe a few too many calls.
Yeah, you're looking up at the scoreboard you've got, 3, 2, 2, 2. I mean, you've got almost 10 fouls just on the Chaney side.
But
there's another 7 on the other side. So, I mean,
on the other side, there's another 8.
I would be interested. I would be interested to see, what the total foul numbers altogether look like.
Absolutely.
If there's a big discrepancy.
And I feel like that's played a big role in this game just because of the free throw numbers.
Yeah. But I mean, nice play there. Nice rebound. Nice putback. Good hustle. And that's what you want to see. If you're Coach Barry, yeah, you're down and you're not going to win this game, but the hustle, the heart, the push, you want to see that. I think they missed a call there, but
that's going to be.
Coach was mad that he didn't get an elbow call there.
And that's going to be Chaney ball. Lewis pushing the ball up court, and she dribbles that one off of the foot of Biddicuffer.
Yeah.
Lewis to inbound. Teammates collide. They keep possession of the ball. And that is going to be saved by Lowe. Full court pass. That one's up and in.
You got to give it up to Rootstown. They are a very solid basketball team, very fundamentally sound. They play good defense.
Steal by Pagan.
And they do make good plays.
And that one's blocked. Nice hustle play there for Elliott Smallfield. Lewis didn't sense her running up behind, and she gets the come from behind block there.
I think Lewis was a little upset she didn't get a foul call there. Definitely close.
Island back down to Lewis. Lewis can't get that one to fall. That's going to be a rebound for Benston.
And she throws it away, and it's going to be Chaney ball. The one thing that drives me crazy, when you see anybody playing basketball and they're underneath, they're close to the rim like that.
Use the glass.
Use the backboard. That's what it's there for. It's to make your shot easier. Right?
Yeah, not everybody can be Steph Curry.
I know, but that's the old school me, I guess. If there's a backboard, use it. That's what it's there for.
Jackson
hits
another three.
She's got a very nice shot. Look at with the steal. Can she keep it alive? And she does.
Island gets the foul call.
I gotta applaud this. Like I said earlier, and I've been saying it all night. These girls have not given up. They've not quit. They've got heart. They've got a lot of fight in them, and you really gotta love it.
And they're gonna call that foul on Lowe. Island to shoot 2 free throws. First one's good. And now you got to remember, listen, without your leading scorer and who most of the school would consider the top player for your team out, scoring 40 points isn't bad.
Yeah, it's not. And you've had some of your other players. You've had some of these younger players from Chaney step up. You gotta love the fight and the heart in them. You really do. No give up in them. Coach Barry's got this team very well coached. Just they're shorthanded against a more experienced team, and that's what it comes down to. But I know Coach definitely still has to be proud of his girls and the fight that they've shown here today in this game. They've never given up, no matter what the score says on the board.
And there were some people thinking that maybe without Alyssa Brown, that the score would have been probably worse than it is. And I'm glad that those people have been proven wrong, because one player doesn't make a team. It can certainly help, but it does not make a team.
Absolutely.
Because you got to think, let's say Alyssa was playing. Let's say Alyssa was doing her thing out there like she usually does. Maybe we don't get a 17-point performance from Lewis. Maybe we don't get a couple of these three-pointers that we've gotten from some of the other contributors from today.
Yeah. You know,
Team basketball.
Jemiah Jackson, she's hit a couple key threes today.
And we've got Kelsey Bidicuffer bringing the ball up. Her and Bankston. Gets the ball down low.
And you know, and the thing is, you know, Chaney's height has given Rootstown issues all night. It really has.
We're going to get a block foul there against Rootstown.
The size from Chaney's given Rootstown fits all night. You know, passing lanes and things like that, and you know, on ball defense.
And that's a bucket for Lewis.
Coach Barry's over here on the sideline wondering what he's got to do to get a call.
And there's a foul call down low on the other end. Ref having a discussion with Coach Barry here as the first free throw is off the mark. Second free throw, no good. 0 for 2 on the pair. Gets down low, and they're going to get another foul call down low.
Wow.
So she misses the first two, but she's going right back to the line.
Foul's going to be on Simone Lewis. That'll be her third.
And the first one is in. Free throw number 2 cashes. So she goes 2 for 4 on 2 trips to the line back to back.
64-42 Rootstown here.
A Rootstown player hits the deck, and that should have been a blocking foul there.
Yeah. Either a blocking foul or a reach in.
I digress though. So we've got a substitution. Loggins comes out, and we get Howell into the game. Pete for 3, and that one looked like it got tipped.
Partially blocked. We get a jump ball, possession arrow to Rootstown. 4:24 left to go here in the fourth quarter. The Youngstown Chaney Cowgirls 42, Rootstown 64.
And you can't be mad with how you played if you're the Cowgirls today. I mean, putting in your best effort. Oh, and there's a foul. That's going to be 3 free throws.
Sophie Smith going to go to the line and shoot 3. Or excuse me, Mia Damacone. Mia Damacone at the line for 3.
First one's no good. 4:10 remaining in the game. Two of 3 up. That one is no good as well. Let's see if she can go 1 for 3 here. And she misses all 3. That's a rebound from Chaney. And a steal. And I believe possession is staying with Rootstown.
Coach is frustrated on the sideline.
Inbound is thrown away. Chaney trying to push the ball up. That's Lewis. Lewis to Pagan. They've got 4 in the corner there. They need to get that across the court there. And Island hits the deck. And that's a bucket for 2. Island's back down.
Sophie Smith with the bucket.
They get the ball down to Island. Island with a fade, misses that one off the backboard. And she's frustrated on the back end. And it's 5-on-4 down low. And we're going to get a foul call.
Yeah, she's not too happy. You know, she's few calls there that I think she feels she should have got, she didn't. And, you know, frustration a little bit. It's understandable with these young players.
At the line for 2 is Colby Corral. She misses that one. This is her 3rd trip to the line within the last minute of this 4th quarter. As Island comes out and Jackson comes in. And she cashes the second one. Lewis bringing the ball up. Trapped. There's 3 in that corner. Possession stand with Chaney off the jump.
Lewis to inbound.
Gets the ball into Howe. Over to Pete. Sencio Pagan almost throws it away. And he's going to call a jump on that.
Wow, and the fans are not happy. Been a lot of reach-in calls that have turned into jump balls. You know, that maybe could have been a foul. And the crowd is letting the officials hear it. And here comes Chaney with the ball back down court.
They're going to say Pete was out of bounds, and they're going to give the ball right back to Rootstown.
Yeah. You're starting to see a little bit of frustration set in here with Chaney.
Bankston passing out. The drive. Entry pass down low to Sophie Smith, and she airballs the layup. And Lewis with the ball. She's bringing it up. Screen. And she loses the ball. And that they need to be more consistent with these jump calls. They're calling them real early on some, real late on others.
Yeah, there's, I don't know if this officiating crew has maybe never worked together before. You know,
that can sometimes happen.
Yeah, you know, and that can come into play too if these guys have never worked with each other before. You'll get some of these calls where there's no consistency. Yeah,
especially because every few plays or so, they switch up the positions of where they're standing at. So, ball gets saved there. It was out of bounds.
We're going to get a push call. Yep, we're going to get a push.
They're going to call that on number 13, Bailey Kidd.
And I think that's where some of Chaney's frustration came in earlier game. There was a couple similar plays like to that, right? And they didn't get a push call, and it was a turnover or something of that nature. So let's see what Chaney does here on this inbounds from the baseline. They get it into Lewis. Lewis to crossover, takes the three, top of the key.
Misses that one.
Off the mark.
Long rebound is corralled by Chaney. Pete 3. That one's off. Another long rebound. Asensio Pagan gets to it, and they're going to call a jump.
You know, they call a lot of jump balls when a lot of those should be reaching calls, especially if one player already has possession of the ball.
Yeah.
You know.
And pushing the ball up is Rootstown. They get it down low, and that's a steal.
And here comes Chaney with the ball again. Like I said, no quitting these girls. You know, they've been fighting and scrapping the whole game.
Lewis misses that one. And Pagan getting in there, forcing a steal. Foul call there. And they're going to call that on Kidd again.
Yep.
Chaney ball.
And I think that was the right call. She had possession of that rebound, was trying to dribble out of there, and got her arm grabbed on the way out.
We got the final minute and 10 seconds ticking off the clock here. See what Chaney can do. Lewis, and that's going to get her over the 20-point mark, up to 21.
Yeah, Lewis has had a really nice game today shooting the ball.
And there's a miss there. That's a rebound by Lewis. She's been on the glass, too, for her team.
She looks tired coming up the court.
Yeah, jogging real slow up the court. She pulls up, misses that one. Good no call there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting the ball down low. And that's a block. That was Pete.
Pete with the big block down low.
3 ball, and that one's in. And we're under 24 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's a tough night for the girls tonight. Oh, we're finally going to get a call.
Let's look at this replay here.
Yeah, check this out here. Down low, she takes it right to the hole. Nice, easy layup. Lewis has had a good game.
Pete getting ready to shoot 2 here.
And let me clarify that when I said we finally got a call down here on a drive. That was because there was a few times that we saw some drives.
With a little bit of contact.
By both teams, really.
Yeah.
With some contact that were no calls. So, finally get one here.
And that's a miss. And she gets her own rebound, and she's going to shoot a 3. And that one's nothing but net. Great effort at the end of the game here.
Yeah, Pete has really shown a lot of effort today and a lot of heart.
And Asensio Pagan, grip.
Yeah, look at the defense here.
Nice little layup there. A nice little run to end the game there.
So, I got to tell you, from today's game, we had a few takeaways, right? These girls never gave up for Chaney. I got to say that. I like some of the defense that I saw. There was some good defensive play. Rootstown, of course, fundamentally sound team. And, Chaney was a little outgunned today. Didn't have their star player and had some people starting that normally maybe don't start and things of that nature. But overall, I think it was a great game.
There was a little bit more depth to the roster of Rootstown.
And we had some fans that didn't like some of the calls on those things of those nature, and that'll come with.
Every game.
Any game, right? You get that anywhere. So, for James Naples, Joey Naples, our camera operators, Trayvon Johnson, Daniel Colbert, Jeremiah Payne, and Victor Higgins. From Chauvin Career and Technical Center, we want to thank everybody for watching the game here on Chauvin Broadcasting.
We want to thank everybody that came out to watch the game live.
Yeah, and our final score, the Chaney Cowgirls 49, the Rootstown Rovers 72. We thank you for joining us, and have a great evening.